Hello and welcome back to A&A Diversified. It's a bit chilly out here today, so this is going to be a short one. I just came out here to work on my trailer a little bit. Thought I'd just show you what I was doing in case you guys were really desperate for something to watch. So here it is. And I bought the E-Track that's become extremely popular for tying down vehicles on trailers. And it's pretty simple. They come in 5-foot pieces and you just bolt them down. Trick is though, whatever you bolt them to needs to be firmly attached to the trailer. Otherwise, if you lose your load, all you're gonna do is pull the floor out of your trailer. So everywhere the holes in the E-Track line up with a trailer support, which the floor is laying on, we've driven some self-drilling structural screws through the E-Track, through the lumber, and then through the support. So here we go. I actually used a framing square, put it between the boards, and then where it hit the support I marked, and that support's it's almost 2-inch wide support. So drew a line, marked the support at each side in case it just wasn't perfectly square, and then just drew a line, connected the two. And then I have some trailer winches for the 4-inch straps. We got 3 of them. We're going to weld one right here, probably one up front. Third one we'll put back here on the back. Again, I want to give myself plenty of options for tying down vehicles, equipment, what have you. We've got some D-rings, weld-on D-rings. We're gonna put one right here. We'll put the other one over here. Okay, so I'm gonna attempt to demonstrate one-handed how easy this is with these screws here. It's 3-inch long screw. It's a self-drilling, self-tapping tip on it. Got my 5/16 socket onto my cordless drill. I already pre-drilled a 3/16 hole all the way through the lumber and all the way through the support, and which is just about right for this number 12 structural screw. There you go. Okay, so I got my 1/4-inch bolts and my fender washer and my lock nut. Problem is, I have broken about, I don't know, 192.3 of these off, and they're not even tight. So my little lock nut, I barely get it started onto the bolt. Breaks right off. Not sure what the problem is other than the fact that these bolts are garbage. Got them at the hardware store. They're Hillman's. Oh, made in China. What do you think about that, Bruiser? Yeah, that's what I think too. Garbage. So I've got to be really careful. Not sure how I'm going to do this because as the lock nut starts on the bolt, it'll break right off. So I may go inside and run the die down these bolts just to make sure, you know, they are galvanized. I don't know, maybe there's a little something fouling the threads up. I have no idea. Let me do that and see what happens. Okay, so I just removed 14.83, no, scratch that, 14.84 pounds of material from the threads of these bolts. Now, it may not look like you would have gotten that much material from these bolts, but I measured it, I weighed it, I know that's what it was. So, the reason these Chinese bolts were getting sheared off like that, and I say Chinese bolts because
it's from China?
Is that the threads were so fouled with the galvanizing material that instead of putting it in tension, now there's a twisting motion because the nut is actually trying to twist the bolt because the threads are fouled up and the nut can't slide well on the fouled up threads. So that's why the nut was having such a hard time and was twisting these bolts off. So let's give it another shot. Okay, so I'm gonna try this again. I've got one of the bolts that we cleaned the threads off of. So I'm gonna take my fender washer, another locking nut. Actually, I've already started one on there. So take my drill with my 7/16 socket. And my wrench. Keep it from turning. Let's see how this goes. Perfect. Okay, made it back. I got my E-track bolted down. I may go back. You know, my OCD, I just don't like holes with no bolts or screws in it, so I may go back and put some 1/4-inch lag bolts in empty holes just because they're empty holes. So I'm gonna do a little welding. I got some trailer winches here that I had purchased, and once again, you know, nothing's worse than trying to strap down whatever you're hauling, your cargo or whatever, and you just don't have enough attachment points. So I've got 3 of these trailer winches. Put one up front, one just in front of the wheel well, and the last one I'll put just behind the wheel well. And so, gonna try my hand at this welding. Please remember, I am not an expert, so let's give it a shot. Well, I've seen worse, but I've definitely seen better. Okay, so I think I can take the clamp off now. Now, if it falls off after you take the clamp off, you gotta start over. Well, it hadn't fell off yet. Now comes the hard part. I got to get down here on my backside to weld underneath of this thing. So here we go. Well, it's about dark 30 right now, but you know, time flies when you're having fun. And so I welded on the 3 trailer winches for the 4-inch straps. Now, don't look too close at the wales, cause man, I'm telling you, some of these wales is uglier than Aunt Bessie's girdle. But you know, for a guy that's never really welded before, this is the best he could do. So I'm pretty sure they're not coming off. We got them welded top, bottom, sides. We got those 3 on the front of the trailer. I've welded a couple of D-rings just because I didn't have anything on the front. Hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, hit the like button. Make sure you click so that you'll get notifications when I post new videos. And that's gonna have to be next. Clutch packs for a 9 3/4 inch Ford limited slip, Positrack, whatever what you want to call it, differential. Never done one of those before. So tune in. It should be very interesting and very entertaining. Hope to see you next time.